Yo, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than stuff I normally do. So I realized recently that on Modern Warfare 2 I get a lot less frames, and this ended up making me upgrade my PC to the new Ryzen processors because, well, I couldn't get my hands on a 4090, and I just wanted to upgrade in general because this is a big upgrade tier right now with the new AM5 platform. So I was like, let me just go ahead and upgrade now, and so I don't have to worry about it in the future if I do end up getting a new graphics card. Fast forward, I built my PC yesterday, and then I hop into Modern Warfare 2, and I actually averaged 5 less frames than I did on my other benchmarks I did. And so that got me wondering. I was like, why is this happening? And if I look at the benchmark stats in MW2, it's because my GPU is at 99% usage, and there's 0% usage on the CPU. So it's pretty much using only GPU to pay at 1440p. I play on medium graphics settings, and then everything else pretty much on low to get like the maximum performance out of my PC. And when I go back and play Vanguard, which came out 12 months, not even 12 months before MW2, I average around 250 to 260 FPS on 1440p native resolution, on actually higher graphics settings. So I haven't played Cold War yet. As you guys can see, I have it loaded up now. I'm just gonna hop in and show you guys the difference over the last 3 years. Everything running pretty much the highest FPS settings you can get currently on the games. And I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna show you some bots, and I'm gonna show you guys what the difference is. And I'm pretty sure it's because Vanguard and Cold War still utilize the processor at 1440p, whereas Modern Warfare 2 doesn't really take it into account. I think that's why, because if you do your benchmarks on Modern Warfare 2, you'll see that your processor FPS is really high, and then your normal GPU FPS would be a lot lower, and it doesn't like add your they don't work together for Modern Warfare 2. And the reason I came to this conclusion, MSi Afterburner isn't working for me, so I could just be talking out my ass right now. But the reason I came to this conclusion is because I can hear like my CPU gets hotter when I play these two games than when I play MW2. My CPU stays at like 45 degrees, and when I play Vanguard and Cold War, my CPU jumps up to like 65. I think that's pretty good evidence that the CPU is being utilized in these two games and not in MW2. I don't know why that's the case. So either way, I'm gonna hop into a game here, shoot like 20 bots, and show you guys on average what FPS I'm getting, and then I'm gonna hop into Vanguard, show you guys the same thing. That time it's gonna be like 20 bots on the map, and it's still gonna be really high. And then we're gonna hop into MW2 with 6 bots on the map and show you guys the difference between everything. Let's get into it. Here we are. This is, wow, look, that's crazy. Almost 300 FPS. I can go over 300. That is crazy. Native 1440p getting almost 300 FPS. That's crazy. I mean, still, it hasn't dipped below 200 yet. I know this game came out 2 years ago. That is absolutely ridiculous. I'm actually like astounded with these numbers, because I was really upset yesterday when I loaded up MW2 and I didn't see a single difference in my frames. Actually, I did see a difference, but it went lower. So to hop on these two games and see my FPS has actually increased quite a bit at 1440. And it's not just a 1080p upgrade, is really nice. Obviously, I could go ahead and test Warzone 2, but I don't know what I averaged in Warzone beforehand, so I can't really compare it to anything else. But I know what I averaged on Cold War and Vanguard before I upgraded, because I played quite a bit on both of these games. Wow, the FPS is literally not dropped below like 210. That is literally insane, bro. I'm actually... This makes me upset that MW2 runs so poorly. Okay, so I think this is enough testing on Cold War. Let's hop over to Vanguard. All right, guys, here we go on Vanguard. We have 19 bots and a total of 20 players in the lobby. I've noticed in this game, the more people you have in the lobby, the more your FPS drops. So if I went in solo, I'd probably get almost 300 FPS. All right, we're on Vanguard. And yeah, pretty much same exact situation here. We're averaging, I mean, it's dipping a little bit lower, like some dips under 200. But mostly it's averaging between 220 and 250. Yeah, it's averaging anywhere between, you know, it's staying around 250 now. Like, so basically I added more bots than I should have, but still, if I ended this game and just hopped in just by myself, it'll probably have close to 300 FPS. And that is just not the case with MW2. Okay, my FPS is pretty much average with no bots on the map. Actually, it's a lot higher. I mean, look at that. We are dipping up pretty high, and it's almost 300 right there, just running around. Yeah, and then I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like in MW2 in a second here, but if you guys don't understand what I'm trying, but the point of this video, like you guys are gonna see in a second, like it's actually insane how much of a performance drop you get while playing Modern Warfare 2. So let's just hop into it so you guys can see the difference. All right, guys, just a quick look at the settings I'm running on Modern Warfare 2. So a quick look at my early display stuff. So 1440p native 270. We're playing with Fidelity Cast on at 90%, and then can't really turn off. You can't turn off anti-aliasing in this game. Texture resolution normal, and then everything pretty much low and off. So yeah, let's just hop into a game real quick and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Here we are in game, guys. We're not even in a high like density area and we're averaging 165. So yeah, this game just runs like pee pee poo poo. I don't know why. Well, I'm pretty sure I know why. I'm pretty sure it just doesn't use the processor at all. Like it just only uses the GPU processing power, and so you get very low FPS. People will say like, you know, you're getting over 144. Why does it matter? Whatever. I have a 270 hertz monitor. I have a very expensive system, so I want to get what I paid for out of my system. And when games like this, I really only play Call of Duty as well. I mean, I play other games, but I mainly play Call of Duty. And whenever I'm not getting what I should be, it just pisses me off, because this game should not average me like 60 less FPS than the previous title. It should not. I'm averaging around 160 right now, and it should not average me 60 FPS less than the previous title and give me no FPS bump at all whenever I upgrade my processor. I went from a 5800X to a 7900X, and I saw zero increase in performance. Like I said, I don't know the exact reason why this is a thing. I think that Infinity Ward needs to figure it out, or Beanox, whoever was working on the PC version, needs to figure it out, because this game is really buggy on PC as well. There's a lot of crashes. I mean, ever since I upgraded yesterday, I haven't gotten any crashes either, but it's still a possibility. Unless you want to spend $300 for a full system optimization and then spend another $1,600 on a 4090, if you even find one for that cheap, then you're pretty much fucked in terms of playing games at 1440p high FPS, or playing this game at least. I figured that my 3080 would have enough power to play games, but I mean, I guess 1440p native getting like almost 200 at some points just on the GPU alone, pretty much, it's not that bad. But it could be a lot more if it really took advantage of the processor. And I'm gonna show you guys the benchmark test to show you guys like what I'm talking about. All right, guys, here we are on the in-game benchmark setting. This is the first time a Call of Duty game has had it, and as you guys can see, the FPS is just averaging really low, and it's gonna show you everything afterwards. But yeah, you can see the temperature of the GPU going up, and that's showing that it's getting significant more utilization. All right, so as you guys can see, look at the bottleneck. So I averaged 160. That's one more than I averaged yesterday when I did it. It was 159, but 0% bottleneck on the CPU and 99% on the GPU, which pretty much means that the CPU is barely used. And you guys can see the average FPS, like the lowest it got on the CPU was 200, and the average was over 300 FPS. And if they just work together, then it's gonna perform so well, but it won't work together for some reason. It relies pretty much only on the GPU. Yeah, so it seems I'm looking over at some other benchmarks that people have done who like run system optimizations and have really high-end systems, and it seems that if you have a 4090, your bottleneck is switched. I don't know how powerful his processor is compared to mine, but he's playing at 1440p. He's averaging 450 FPS, and he has a 19% bottleneck on his GPU and an 80% on his CPU. So it seems that just the higher end GPU you have, it's better. I still, even like looking at all this, it still makes no sense to me how the game runs so much worse than Vanguard. So that was the whole point of this video. I know a lot of people who are really into PCs are gonna come and start like complaining about anything I'm saying, but I'm just trying to point out that the game quality, like visually, has not increased like almost at all compared to Vanguard, in my opinion. So I don't know why it's getting on average like 50 to 60 less FPS. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like below, subscribe if you're new. If you guys also have the same concerns about this, let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoy your day. Peace out.
Talker Sense of Jizz. Wintertime, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag. Disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school. Winter one hell of a kid. I am smoking gas, jogging mid. I'm lit. What you doing? I done did. I swear. Slick talker since a jit. Finesse. I know that this what they want.